What's up, everybody? Brett Mix here, Mixer Madness, doing a quick Raw preview for a Raw show on January the 15th, 2024 from Little Rock, Arkansas. We got a few things lined up, so I'm just going to go over them. We got The Miz and R-Truth taking on Finn Balor and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day, so we should get another comedy segment from the R-Truth before this match, I'm assuming. Or during the match, he'll do something funny. It should be a comedy match, but it's also to put over the Judgment Day as tag team champions, getting a victory. I believe that's the main reason for the match. We got Dirty Dom and JD McDonough, so another Judgment Day tandem, taking on DIY, Ciampa, and Gargano. I can't see JD McDonough and Dirty Dom winning as well as Finn Balor and Priest, even though that's what should be happening because they keep losing every match they're in. And you can't have a badass faction if 30% of your faction are jobbers. Like Dirty Dom and JD, they're not just losing, they're losing every match they're in. And it looks like another loss to DIY. I could see the DIY becoming number one contenders. If not them, the Creeds, right? For Finn Balor and Damian Priest for the Royal Rumble, if they're going to have a tag title match there, it would either be DIY or the Creeds, right? So I can't see it being a heel team. And obviously it's not going to be the Judgment Day. They're not going to take on the Judgment Day. So that means that Dom and McDonough are going to be losing here. Again, that's a problem because they're not even, if they're 50-50 booked, they'd probably be irrelevant anyway, but they're not even that. They're just jobbers. And they're in the, Rhea Ripley keeps calling it the most dominant faction that runs Raw. But if half your group loses every single match they're in, how does that look? They didn't win at Survivor Series, and then the other two keep losing all the time. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll eat my words if DIY doesn't win. If DIY loses to them, then I'll say, okay, I was wrong, and I'll eat that. But I don't think I'm going to be wrong here. I think they'll have JD McDonough and Dirty Dom lose again. It's probably not the most important thing, but little things like that get to me when I see booking of the show. Gunther returns to Raw. That'll be big. I don't think as of now they have a world title or an intercontinental title situation going on. So maybe main event Jey Uso takes on Gunther for the IC title at the Royal Rumble. If maybe there's still a couple weeks to build to the Rumble, so 2 Raws left, so they have time to make a number one contender match, or maybe just Jey Uso interrupts Gunther during a promo and then challenges him like that. Either way, I think we'd be okay with that. I don't know if Rollins is defending the world title at the Rumble. I'm not sure because he's going to be defending against Jinder Mahal. Maybe this match will have a dirty finish, and then they'll have the rematch at the Rumble between Rollins and Jinder Mahal. I could see that happening. So there's a lot of different avenues they could take. Maybe there's a attempted cash in, and Jinder Mahal loses that way, so they have a rematch because of that. There's a lot of different avenues they could go down, but I think either Gunther will defend the IC title against somebody, because there's a lot of faces on Raw, so there's a lot of different options. Or I think Seth freaking Rollins will defend the world title against Jinder Mahal in a rematch, or if the match doesn't take place as well, or if he loses by an attempted cash-in. I could see Mahal and Rollins being rebooked for the Rumble, because right now there's no IC title match, tag title match, or world title match. So it remains to be seen what they're going to do, but it should be interesting to see. Last week's Raw rating wasn't good. It drew a 1.4, but we're getting closer to the Rumble, closer to WrestleMania season. Hopefully that number goes up into the mid-high ones. I know it's low these days, that's looked at as a good rating, but when you're drawing a 1.4 and 1.5 regularly, it's the first step to bigger steps. All right, so that's the 4 things that are confirmed for Raw. I'm sure there'll be other things. It should be interesting to see what CM Punk does. If Punk is going to show up, I think he should. There's 2 more Raws to the Rumble, so if this is going to be your Royal Rumble winner, obviously have him show up. It should be interesting to see what happens after Cody defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. Maybe Cody Rhodes. I was going to say maybe he goes after the IC title, but I don't think they're going to have him lose to Gunther before. They already had him win at Survivor Series with the winning pin. They already have him defeating Shinsuke Nakamura. They're not going to have his story go through Gunther. That wouldn't happen. But it'll be interesting to see what does happen with him and Punk and Jey Uso, if Jey Uso's not going to go for the IC title. But if I was booking things, he would be. All right, so that does it for the Raw. I'll be here for the Raw review, as always, 1 hour after the show. My Raw review will be up, so be sure to be here and subscribe, notified, and enjoy Raw, everyone. I'm Brett Mix, and I'm out.